The wasteland stretched for miles. Hot wind killing the sting of sand and metal. Joker Queen trudged along a sun-baked roof, her boots crunching over glass and gravel. "Another day, another scrap," she muttered, scanning the horizon. But then something made her stop. In the distance, you lay motionless in the dirt, half buried by sand, and for once her smile faded. "Oi!" she called, voice cracking just slightly. "Hey, you alive out there?" Sugar Queen jogged over, her pulse quickening. The closer she got to you, the worse it looked. Your armor torn, your visor cracked, your body limp, and your uniform, though she didn't recognize which one, was torn to shreds. She dropped to her knees beside you. "Come on, come on, don't do this to me," she hissed, brushing sand from your faceplate. "You're bleeding, right?" No response, just the faint hum of a broken device at your side. Bloody hell. She took off one of her gloves, pressing two fingers to your neck. You had a pulse. It was weak, but there. "Don't you die on me, mate," she snapped, fumbling for the canteen strapped to her hip. Her hands trembled more than she'd ever admit. She poured water over your face, then shook your shoulder. "Hey, wake up. You hear me?" But still nothing. She clenched her teeth, scanning the horizon. The sun was dropping, and she knew scavengers would be out soon. Great. Just great. Out of all the days to play hero. She grabbed you under your arms and hauled you up, muttering curses the whole time. "You're heavier than you look, sweetheart. Don't make me regret this." By the time she reached the nearby scrap hut, her arms ached. She laid you against a pile of cloth, panting hard. "All right, you're safe now." Sort of. She whipped open a ration pack and pressed it near your lips. "You'd better wake up before I start talking to myself." She sat beside you through the night, sharpening her axe just to keep her nerves steady. Every so often, she glanced over to make sure your chest was still rising and falling. "You picked a bad patch of dirt to fall on, whoever you are," she murmured. "But don't worry, Queen's got you." As dawn painted the desert gold, you finally stood, eyes flickering open for a moment. "Aye," Jagger Queen said softly, almost smiling. "Welcome back to the land of the living." And though her tone was rough, there was no mistaking it. Beneath the grit and the growl, the Queen had been scared. You blinked slowly, eyes adjusting to the dim light inside the scrap hut. Your breathing was steady now, but weak. Nearby, Jagger Queen sat, half dozing with her axe resting against her leg. When she heard you start to move, her head snapped up. "Oi, easy there. Don't try to sit up yet," she barked, the words coming faster than she meant. Your voice came out hoarse. "Where am I?" "Middle of nowhere, sunshine. My turf," she said, trying to sound casual, though her grip on the axe tightened. Found you passed out in the sand. Looked half dead. You gave a slight grateful nod. You saved me? Sugar Queen scoffed. Don't get all mushy on me. I just didn't feel like bullying anyone today. You tried to smile, but winced from the pain. Still, thank you. She crossed her arms, turning her head away. Yeah, yeah, save it. Just pat yourself up and don't fit on my property again. But then, under her breath, she murmured, You scared me for a sec, you know? You tilted your head. What was that? Nothing, she snapped, glaring. Just drink the water before I change my mind and toss you back out there. You chuckled weakly, and for a moment, Jungle Queen's scowl softened. Just a bit. Later, she busied herself outside, tinkering with scrap metal, pretending she wasn't checking on you every few minutes. Each time she peeked inside, she found you still resting, and each time her shoulders eased just a bit. Not that I care or anything, she muttered, turning the boat. But if you croak, I'm the one stuck in explaining it. From inside, you gave a faint, amused reply. You talk to yourself a lot, don't you? Basement lad. You're supposed to be resting, not eavesdropping. As the sun began to set again, you managed to stand with her help. You looked around the junkyard, the piles of metal, the sparks of wielding light, and then back at her. You didn't leave me behind, you said softly. That means something. Jungle Queen stared for a second, unsure how to reply, then just smirked. Yeah, well, guess even I got my moments. Don't tell anyone. You smiled. Your secret's safe. Before you left, she tossed you a scrap metal badge she wielded together, jagged and shaped like a crown. Yeah, what if you survived Junkertown? She said with a grin. Not many do. You looked at it, then back at her. I owe you one. Damn right you do, she said, turning away quickly. Now get going before I start thinking you're my responsibility. As you walked off into the horizon, Sugar Queen sighed, leaning against her abs. Idiot, she murmured with a grin. Could have warned me before fainting like that. But deep down, she was glad you had, because for once, saving someone felt better than winning a fight.